All right,
Okay.
we're good.
So the fabric, denim, as you can see there, denim existed. It was not created by Levi Strauss. It was a fabric that existed. It was called serge denim. And serge is something that is very strong. If you look at a thesaurus or a dictionary for serge, that means it's something that is very strong. And they said that this fabric came from the town of Nimes in France. So that's a myth or a history, one of them. The other part of it is that the serge de Nimes was known in France before the 17th century, but also it was available and sold in Great Britain as a form of partly composed of wool. So we don't know, the historians don't know, and even Levi Strauss company don't know what's the true origin. But the Nimes, in French, the means from. Nimes is the city. So the Nimes could be interpreted as being from the city of Nimes in France. But denim today, as we know it, has multiple variations. Today denim is used with, God, anything you can think of, even shoes lately, underwear, belts for jackets, suits, anything. But the other part of it, it's being strengthened and lightened by other fabrics, such as plastic. 70% of your jeans today are plastic. They're adding some. Gabriella, what's the name of that fabric that stretches?
Nylon spandex.
Spandex. They're adding spandex. The 513 that are. I'm talking about men's jeans. I'll talk about ladies' jeans in a second. We guys get the incredible advantage of 6 different kinds of jeans. So you can get one of 6 Levi Strauss, and I'll show you the numbers. Ladies give me a number. Any number. How many kinds of jeans do you think are available with Levi Strauss?
A lot.
78.
I was like, a lot.
We get 5. They get 78 different kinds of jeans. And they're summarizing the series. In 1994, actually 95, Levi Strauss was, as a company, the first company that ever did tailor-made jeans industrially for women. And this is a side note for the innovation part of it, but it goes directly in hand with it, which is women were going like, these are too big for me. Look, and they were like, oh my God, they're too big, they don't fit well. I don't want it. So they created a technology that was used in Nordstrom stores, which is a partner with them. It was a booth. So when you go to the airport, you go like this, and they scan you around. This is a precursor to that. So this technology was in a booth in Nordstrom stores, mostly on the West Coast. Ladies will go in, they would do this, and they would be measured using laser rays. It would give very precise measures. This is almost 20-something years ago. And then those measurements were sent to Levi's, and then you got a tailor-made jean for the incredible price of $99. Custom made. You would have thought, oh my God, best thing since sliced bread. Women hated the experience because it's like, this is too public, people are seeing me, I don't want to know. Like, who knew? But that's innovation back in 1994. So, I talked about the fabric here, but let's keep on talking a little about the fabric. This is where, to also add to the complexity of jean, there is another fabric in Italy that is very similar to the fabric denim, and they didn't know if it comes from Italy, it comes from France, or it existed in Great Britain. But the first time the word jean is used as such is in Rhode Island paper. I think this is in 1960 something that we go back, and it was, actually the word denim, but the word jean was first used in 1961. They don't know by whom. They're just trying to see, as I said earlier, it was related to Norma Jean. This here is the style of the fabric before the 501. This is what jeans, the 501 jeans were known as. The XX 9-ounce blue denim overall. That specific, and it was from the Amos Keith mill in Manchester. New Hampshire. That was the first when Levi's and Mr. Davis got together. These are the styles, as I was saying. So for men, the 5 original, 501 original, that was the only jean sold till 1978. That was it, 501. And then those came to, you see today there are 501s, have 3 different cuts. And then there's a 505, 510, 511, 514, 519, and 541. My favorites are not there, are the 513. I just realized that today. I'm like, whoa. This is straight from their website this morning. I'm like, where are my 513s? Are they phasing them out? I don't know. So that means this guy here is going to, I saw them over at Dillard's on Friday. I'm going to go and get myself like 3 or 4 because if they're going out, I want to have a few. Because you know what? A few years from now, what are they going to be? Collectors.
They killed my 512s 10 years ago.
Exactly.
I could give a pair for about $75 on eBay.
There you go. What you guys throw out today, you think this is trash, I'm going to get someone's money tomorrow. Doesn't mean you got to be like a hoarder, but be a little smart about things you throw away. And for ladies, on the right side of the page, a series. A series is a fit, and it has over 15 pairs under that. So many choices for the ladies, much less so for men. Let's talk about what I was, yes sir, you have something in the back? Or just doing the hair?
I was looking at the series.
Yes.
It reminds me of BMW, like the 3 Series.
Absolutely, absolutely. You don't know, you're absolutely right. There's a, you see, innovators have, first of all, innovators are egomaniacs. So innovators like, oh, I'm the greatest thing, you know, on earth. That's fine. Henry Ford, total innovator. He said, you can have any color car you want as long as it's black. It's my way or the highway. Levi's was the same way. You know, it was 501, and damn if it fits, damn if it not. It's the only jean you can buy. Go ahead. And then the BMW brand has been nothing but outstanding from day one. However, their most consistent model throughout history has been the Series 3. The Series 3 is, even the precursor, which was a 2000, it's not a year, it's the number, 2002 Tii, which was the precursor for the Series 3, was good. Series 3, for 27 years in a row, beats any other car in the 6-cylinder era, dollar for dollar. It's unbelievable. But then again, you know, I drive a Honda. I have a daughter who drives a BMW.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. Any questions on the series? And you're right, sir. The series are evolutions or line extensions. Any questions, miss? Okay. So, the 2-horse match, the 2-horse brand leather patch was first used in 1896. And the little tab in the back, which goes right here on the left side. By the way, Levi's only had 1 pocket for many, many, many years. It had 2 front pockets, 1 in the back. There was no left butt pocket. And then the fly here, the tab, was designed specifically so you could tell, oh, that's a Levi Strauss. Then in 1995, they came out, it's always been a red tab. And they said, oh my God, hip hop, it's killing us. Those guys don't want to work. So they came out with a silver tab line, which are the very wide pants, and they're no longer available. Extremely sought after. So anyone who's into fashion today and wants to get a silver tab, you're into money. And I had a few and I threw them away years ago. So I wish I would have kept that. And the marking on the stitching on the back of your pocket, it's specifically, all Levi's brand icons are, they're all trademark. This was known as the arcuate stitch because it's in form of an arc. Many companies were still using it back then. But also Levi said, you know what, that's going to be our thing. They trademarked it, no one else can use it. Jeans have gone through many evolutions. I'm older than at times I want to think how old I am. But I used, in the 70s, I used some jeans that were called the Sergio something. They were Italian jeans, and my wife that said, you should, no, not my wife, my girlfriend at the time said, you should buy something. She's like, oh. There were, you know, the heavy white stitching kind of jeans. I had a lot of design. I'm like, oh, but anyway, Levi's are the jeans. Seven for Mankind, True Religion, any of the brand jeans you recognize today, those companies are very good. What makes them good is the fabric. The fabric they use is a lighter blend of jean. It's not really intended to be a tug jean. The fit is different. However, you know, internationally, no one beats Levi Strauss, including Asia, which is in Japan as the fashion icon of what's called as urban living style. Japanese just have an incredible sense of fashion. They never would touch anything but Levi Strauss. So, any questions before I show you the videos? Any thoughts? You guys are gonna keep an eye out for Levi Strauss that you may have upstairs somewhere? I am not kidding. If you guys find something, just go find a jean, go into Levi's or levistrauss.com. They will give you exactly what you need to look for. You gotta bend it here. You gotta see the stitching. If the E on Levi's on the flap is a capital E, you're in the money. If it's a lowercase e, maybe. Capital E or uppercase E on Levi's in the back red flap, it's huge money. Again, because it's meaning it's a per era, a limited amount of jeans were made back then. So let me take you, these are some of the ads. What I wanted to share with you is, on the left you have the right for school Levi Strauss. You see how the man is folding it up? Guess what? Is that being used today? Yes, it is. So everything comes back once. In the middle, you see how they are saying, oh my goodness, it's a cowboy. Levi's was all about dude ranches and horses and cowboys and all that stuff. So they're saying, oh, concealed non-scratch cover rivets. Why would they be concerned about non-scratching rivets with cowboys?
The horse.
The horse or
Saddle.
the saddle. Made out of leather. What happens to leather? It scratches. You know, cowboys don't like their saddles to be scratched, so they said, we're going to have scratch-free things. And look at the two to the right, the two images of women. Look at the ladies' Levi's. Doesn't that spell like Mad Men all over? You know, the lady, and then in the top right, that's a current image of Levi Strauss. But now the ad that I was mentioned earlier, that they're ahead of the time, look at this ad. There's so many connotations of where we are today as a society. This ad is perfect. From a creativity point of view, memorability point of view, and uniqueness. I had to look at that and like, you know, so they're not in the same jean. They're not. But this jean was constructed to look like the front part of that one. They're just standing in front of each other. It's phenomenal. That's a whole series of ads, by the way. Okay. Let me show you the videos.